Hey there, YouTubers. All right, well, we did this benchmark the other day with the i7 700K. We had what is probably the best CPU cooler for $35 and under, but didn't quite do what I was hoping for it benchmark wise. So, upgraded. Now, that was Thermalright Assassin 120, Peerless Assassin 120. Dual tower, dual 120 millimeter fans on that CPU cooler. So we've upgraded, and you can see the temps right now, folks. Low 20s. You would almost think this was some kind of really awesome water cooler, but no. This is the Thermalright Frost Commander 140. Dual towers meant for 140 millimeter fans, but in this case it has one 140 millimeter fan and one 120. Kind of, like a one of the Noctuas, the big Noctuas, right? But so I'm going to rerun the benchmark. We've already yapped for a minute and 18. Let's go ahead and hit this one. And why am I doing this? Well, folks, the temps were a little hot there. All right, so it looks like power limit throttling. Why is that? Well, guess what? We don't have power limit set to unlimited. Wow, look at that. The temps are still way the hell up there. 94. I'd hoped in this video we would do Cinebench R23, but the mere fact that, bam, right out the gate, we're already at 20, excuse me, already at 94. Not so great. So realistically, folks, it's not looking like there was much advantage gained with this. Let's see, PL1. So I'm going to set PL1 to unlimited. That'll get rid of power limits. And then let this cool off. I'll run it again though. This time we'll have hardware info 64 for you all. And I might just run this twice because there's could be somebody that wants the fan speeds that are somewhere on here. If there's a fan speed showing right there, right? There's a fan speed. So I'll run it from up here and then we'll drop down and let you guys see the other aspect. So it is cooled off again, all right? Let's hit it. Bring this back up. So you won't see power limit throttling here. You may see this one, or at least when we do Cinebench, and you can hear those fans cranking. They are struggling to keep up. So potentially a more efficient fan might be better. Hit 94 degrees Celsius again. And let's drop this down one more time. And you're going to basically see the, if you care about the fan speed, that's what it's maxing out at. I could have sworn there was a reset button. Oh, there it is. You can see how little I use this. All right, so it has dropped down again. What's the coolest this has gotten? 21. That is like ridiculous. So for my locked 12th gen CPUs, this would just be an amazing CPU cooler. It's just okay for the i7 13700K. All right, let's run this again. And this is only so you guys can see these values, and then we will we'll completely close XTU and bring up Cinebench R20. So got up to 96. So I'll tell you what, good chance again that yours truly will not be able to run Cinebench R23. I just don't want to have this thing running that close to 100 for 10 minutes each time. So there you go, 1834. Let's close this. And I hope all of you that have subscribed to the channel don't mind me dropping in another benchmark. If I find a really good CPU cooler, you won't see another one of these, but at least for now. So I was wanting to hopefully beat this, right? Is that really that big a deal? Not really, but you always want to be going forward, breaking your records. All right, here we go. You hear those fans cranking. So it's going 1831 RPMs right now, both fans. I don't have a decibel reader in front of me, but it's kind of loud here. So if you were gaming, you might not like the CPU cooler, but it is 94. You know, we'll have to run this again. All right, so wow. I will say, folks, maybe the CPU cooler is the reason to blame for this, but we increased our score by almost 300. Well, 250, we'll say. That's pretty damn good, huh? I'll run this one more time because I didn't reset this beforehand. And it'll only take a second for this thing to cool off. Look at how fast this thing cools off. And then at some point it dropped to 19 degrees Celsius. This CPU cooler, folks, was, I believe, $46. That's like half the price of Noctua's, right? Now Noctua's, if I put my D15, D14 in here, probably going to be a little better, but maybe it isn't. I don't know. All right, running it again. And it didn't get any hotter than 94. So R23, folks, R23. I don't even know if we have it on this computer. Might have to pause this, but let's go ahead and install R23 and run it. I thought this would be closer to 100. We got a new high score, 11620. And so I'm going to try and see if I have on this computer already. Nope, that's R20. All right, so we'll download it, and I'm going to pause for now. All right, folks, so we're going to run R23. I'm going to mute the mic, and you may not hear from me for the rest of the video, but I want to get you the multi-core score, and then I guess we'll do the single core after that. Here we go. All right, so you see the score. We would have been able to go higher if potentially two things. One, we had a better motherboard, right? That is one thing weighing this down. Two, even though it's a pretty darn good CPU cooler, something a little better. Potentially also finding a sweet spot for the power limits. Just going straight to unlimited might not help the situation. So this motherboard, folks, does not have anything but a 1x8 CPU power connector. You saw, temps in this area, like that guy. All these maxes, not so great, right? I said I wasn't going to talk at the end of this, but obviously I'm talking. So this is the last video that this CPU will spend in this motherboard. It's really not a good fit for doing benchmark videos. But gaming-wise, Fortnite and other stuff, hey, worked out perfect. Just, the benchmarks, this is not the motherboard to be doing these with. Thanks for checking out the video. Please like, please subscribe.